Republican lawmakers storming a closed-door session on impeaching President Trump, or so we're told. Here now is Fox News senior Capitol Hill producer Chad Pergram, who loves this stuff. Chad, storming of the Bastille. What actually went on here?
Well, Laura Cooper, who is a Pentagon official, was scheduled for a closed-door deposition early this morning because these members, these Republican members, who are not on the Intelligence, Oversight, and Foreign Affairs committees, they ran into the room, and basically Adam Schiff, the chairman of the committee, said, you can't be here, which is true. That's the House rule. If you're not on a committee, you can't be there, except with the blessing of the committee chairman. So that basically delayed Laura Cooper's testimony until about 3:30 this afternoon. She is testifying under a subpoena. Here was the other problem with this. A lot of those members who aren't on those committees took in their electronic devices, cell phones, and so on. That is a secure area, a SCIF, as we call it here in Capitol Hill parlance, a sensitive, compartmentalized information facility. A SCIF is the term of art. And they're not allowed to be in there with it. And Benny Thompson, who is the chair of the House Homeland Security Committee, he sent a message to Paul Irving, the House Sergeant at Arms, this afternoon, who said this unprecedented breach of security raises serious concerns for committee chairman. I urge you to remind all members about the dangers of such reckless behavior.
Okay. Yeah, look, Nancy Pelosi could take a vote. She's not taking a vote. Chad, I assume that's because she doesn't have the votes. Because wouldn't it help clear everything up? And, you don't have to pontificate on that, but I certainly will. I think it would clear things up if they just came out and put their money where their mouth is and followed some kind of precedent. When you think about Bill Clinton, when you think about Richard Nixon, there is some precedent in the history books, right? And you usually have a vote with an impeachment inquiry. And she just doesn't have the votes to do it. So now you get this chaos.
Well, generally, it's thought that she would have the votes to do that. There are about 225, 226 Democrats who would support opening up a formal impeachment inquiry. And what that would do, Trish, is it would start to formalize the process so everybody on both sides of the aisle would know where this is going. The problem they're getting into here is that you have these three committees looking at this now. Inevitably, whenever that comes, they will send this over to the House Judiciary Committee, and they will write the articles of impeachment. Everybody thinks that's when they'll start to get a little more solidification of what the process is, because they will take testimony and they will actually write up those articles of impeachment.
Chad, I just want to preface to all the viewers who just love me, I am for a transparent process. I've said that many times. A couple things that I think we have to be clear. One, there's pretty much 50% Republicans and Democrats asking these subpoenaed witnesses questions. I think it's like a +1. So both sides are in those meetings asking questions. Number two, just to quote Chris Stewart of Utah, who's the Republican in these committee meetings, he was very clear that closed-door nature of impeachment proceedings are consistent with House rules. He came out very clearly that this is not actually off based on normalcy.
This is Chad?
So that's what he said, who's in the meetings.
Right, and that's the issue right now, because only Intelligence Committee members and staff from that committee are asking the questions. Foreign Affairs and Oversight can be in the room. And this is the problem, whether you're dealing with a lands issue in the West or impeachment. If one committee says, we're going to do it this way, and we're going to have certain witnesses in for hearings, or we're going to have, take testimony or closed-door depositions, it's up to that committee chair. And generally, members of Congress are pretty respectful of that, because, if their ox is being gored today, it might be theirs tomorrow.
Hey, Chad, I'm getting rapid. I got to ask quickly. John Bolton's name kept coming up in the testimony of Ambassador Taylor yesterday. Is he going to testify? Quickly.
We asked Adam Schiff that a couple of days ago. Unclear, but I have been told that they are narrowing the universe of witnesses, and that should start to winnow down next week or the week after.
Fascinating. Chad Pergram, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Chad.